What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. My name's Creek, and today we're going to be taking a look at the update 4.2.0 for Minestrappolation 4. Alright, so update 4.2.0 came out the other day for Minestrappolation 4, and you guys know I'm a huge fan of this mod. It's a big progression mod, and if you haven't seen my previous videos on them, I'll have an annotation or a card or link in the description or something. Should be part of a playlist, and you can just go through and find those videos, but go watch those first because it is important that you know what's going on in those videos so you understand how that progresses into what you're going to see in this video. But this update adds a whole bunch of cool stuff, like a whole bunch of decorative items, and some really interesting, kind of disturbing mad scientist stuff going on here. But we're going to start over here at the miscellaneous world generation. And as far as world generation goes, it adds in some hanging moss. That's how I say it, hanging moss. And that generates on the underside of cliffs, like at the top of a cave hanging down. And you can harvest that like regular moss and use it just like regular moss. But we also have shrub grass, which spawns in, I do believe, all snowy biomes and replaces tall grass, and that now drops celery seeds. And it also changes the netherrack block texture, as well as the, what is this called? The quartz netherrack? Quartz netherrack, is that what it's called? I have no clue. But this block texture, you guys know what it is. And it also changes a whole bunch of other stuff that you can read about on the wiki. There's like a whole list of world generation changes. That link will be in the description below. But moving along here, we have some nether/end stuff. And this is quite similar to the world generation in that you have the hanging glowing moss, which spawns in the nether. And with that, you can craft glowing mossy netherrack, which also has a small chance of spawning in the nether in like small patches of it. But you can craft that in the cutter with hanging glowing moss and then, well, 9 netherrack blocks. That'll give you 9 glowy mossy netherrack blocks. We have the nether bricks, quite similar recipe there. And then in the end, we have the glowing mossy end stone, which is this magnificent looking block right here. It kind of looks like it has cheese. Just someone melted cheese all over it. You just kind of want to like lick it and just, cheddar cheese. Delicioso. Next up though, we have the decorative blocks, the cosmetic blocks, and this update adds a ton. This is just a little bit. It adds in granite brick stairs, andesite brick stairs, diorite brick stairs, slate brick stairs, all the slabs, red sandstone bricks, regular sandstone bricks, a whole bunch of walls. There's a ton of decorative blocks and items included in this update. So if you're like a fan of building like huge elaborate things with tons of different types of colors and stuff, this update is the one for you because it adds a whole bunch of stuff. But it also adds in cardboard blocks from Minestrappolation 3, and these things are pretty cool because you can use them as scaffolding. So you craft cardboard with 6 pieces of paper. That'll give you 2 cardboard. You don't eat the cardboard. I know the internet tells you eat cardboard all the time, but don't do it. But with that, you can craft a block of cardboard, which is 4 cardboard, and that'll give you a block. And the block of cardboard, it's a cheap form of scaffolding. You can, put it down, use it to build. It's very easy to break, pick back up, all that good stuff. But if it gets wet, like maybe it rains or it somehow falls in the ocean, because squares can just randomly fall into the ocean, it'll turn into a wet block of cardboard, and that's unfortunate because now whenever you stand on it, it's going to break and give you 3 cardboard back. So you can craft, a little bit more cardboard blocks with some more cardboard. It doesn't just, delete everything entirely, but you will be losing 1 piece of cardboard there. So be sure to bring your cardboard in before it starts raining outside, or you will meet some negative consequences. Next, we have the crystal heart, and this you can make by crushing a diamond, and then it'll give you diamond dust. You can do that in the crusher. And that will, with that, you can craft an inert crystal heart with 4 mana leaves, 4 diamond dust, and 1 heart piece. And this thing is pretty cool because it's kind of like blood magic, actually. Not that blood magic is cool. Creekcraft does not endorse blood magic. Don't do it, kids. Don't do it. Especially not at school. But with this, once you have, enough hearts, because you do start with like 3 or 4, I do believe, with this mod. Let me actually make it daytime here. But you can right-click with it. Takes away 5 hearts, and now you have a crystal heart, which is full of your life energy. And with that, you can make some fleshy items. So you can make a block of flesh with a crystal heart and 8 flesh, which you get from villagers. You kill villagers mercilessly, and they'll drop flesh. And then with that, you can make a block of flesh, which is this thing right here. It sounds disgusting. It's literally a block of flesh. That's nasty. But until once you have that, you can right-click it. Right-click the block with a potion of regeneration. It can be a splash potion, it can be a regular potion, it just has to be a potion of regeneration, and once you right click it with it, it'll turn into a reactive block of flesh, and you can know it's reactive by the little particles coming off of it. And then once you have the particles coming off of it and it's reactive and all that stuff, then you can get into crafting all of the gene blocks. And before you can do that though, you're gonna need to get a slime core from a slime. And then once you have the slime core, you can craft these gene samples. And so we have a rabbit gene sample, which you craft with a rabbit's foot, dropped from a rabbit, obviously, slime core, a sugar, and a mushroom. And a lot of these craft recipes are pretty much the same, except this one uses a chicken foot for the chicken, this one uses a cow hoof for the cow, a sheep hoof for the sheep, a wolf hide for the wolf, and the infectious fungus actually drops from a mushroom. So you'll have to go and find a mushroom biome and then kill some mushrooms, and that will give you an infectious fungus. But once you have those, you can start crafting your gene blocks. So what you do is you take your little samples here, and I'll actually go ahead and show you. Let me just grab one of these, and I'll grab, well actually there's one right here actually. I'll just take this cow, it's not a cow, it's a rabbit gene sample. Take the rabbit gene sample, right click, and bam, we have a rabbit gene block, as you can see right here. And these all do different stuff, but I'll show you these first. So we have the rabbit gene, the chicken gene, the cow gene, the mushroom gene, and you actually get the mushroom gene by taking a cow gene block and right clicking it, and now we have a mushroom gene block, a wolf gene block, and a sheep gene block. Now I'm going to read this straight off of the list the mod maker provides because I don't want to get any of this information wrong. But the rabbit gene block, you can shear it for a rabbit hide and has a random chance of dropping rabbit feet. The chicken gene block will randomly generate eggs and feathers around them. The cow gene block can be right-clicked with a bucket to fill it with milk. The mushroom gene block acts like a cow block, and it can be right-clicked with a bowl to get mushroom stew, or sheared to harvest the red mushroom on top. The sheep gene block can be sheared for wool and comes in 16 different colors, which I'll show you here. So we have the regular gene block, which you see right here, and then we also have all the different colors. So we have lime, green, cyan, purple, blue, light blue, all that different stuff. And then finally, the wolf gene block can be sheared for wolf hide. And these will, grow and generate over time, so you just leave them alone and come back a little bit later on, and then you can perform all this cool stuff. So if I get some shears here, I should be able to harvest that mushroom on top here. And bam, and there we go, we got the mushroom. But I think that is pretty much it with this update. If I missed anything or said anything incorrect, I'll have an annotation on screen. But I'll have a link in the description to go download this update. Really cool update, adds a bunch of stuff that is quite disturbing, but very awesome. So I thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or if it helped you out, please be sure to give it a like on your way out. It would really help me out and I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as more come out. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!